Good morning, Miss. Actually, it's afternoon. So I want to explain about definition and theories on first language acquisition. First language acquisition actually refers to infants' acquisition of their native language. They acquire language through a subconscious process and are unaware of grammar rules. Children usually not request explicit instruction to learn their first language. They just pick up the language the same way they learn how to roll over, crawl, and walk. Moreover, children may acquire more than one first language. For example, children who grow up in a house where parents speak only English language will acquire only English. However, children who grow up in a bilingual household will learn both language. There are theories of first language acquisition. There are several theories of language acquisition. All of them describe how a child learns a language. In the behaviorist approach, which was mainly expounded by B.F. Skinner, language acquisition is a process of experience, and language is a condition of behavior, a production of correct responses to stimuli. According to this theory, children learn language step by step: imitation, repetition, memorization, controlled drilling, reinforcement. However, limitation of this behaviorist approach lead to the development of native or innateness, which states that children are born with an innate capacity to learn language. Noam Chomsky, the main figure in this theory, originally theorized that children are born with a language acquisition device in their brains. He later modified this theory to include the theory of universal grammar, a set of innate principles common to all language. According to this theory, the language acquisition device in children's brain allows them to deduce the structure of their native language through exposure to the language. Cognitive theory is another theory explaining language acquisition. According to this approach, language acquisition must be viewed in the context of children's intellectual development and environment. This also focuses on exploring and the relationship between the stage of cognitive development and language scale. There are three theories of first language acquisition we have studied in this course are the following. Behaviorist theory state that first language acquisition is the result of correct responses to stimuli through a process of reinforcement. Children imitate sounds they hear, they repeat the sounds when positively reinforced by the caregiver. This behavior is repeated by the child, resulting in habit formation and ultimately leading to mastery of words, part of speech, and process of a language. Innatist theory states that first language acquisition is the result of making use of an inborn mental structure called the language acquisition device. Children are born with a handwriting of language that allows them to have an innate understanding of universal grammar and the ability to learn how to use any language when exposed to it as an infant. Interactionist theory states that first language acquisition the result of innate desire of children to communicate with others through language. Children are hardwired to learn a language but need to interact with more knowledgeable others in order to support language development. Thank you for my explanation.